Judge Andrew Napolitano, Fox News senior judicial analyst. Judge, what's going on here?
Wow. We have a federal district court judge in Seattle who basically second-guessed the president on the wisdom and propriety of the president's executive order, and that is absolutely not the job of federal judges in our society. The law on which President Trump relied is crystal clear, a 1952 statute which says, just as John Roberts read from the government's brief, that the President of the United States has the authority to suspend any immigration of an individual or a group or a class of people for public health, public safety, or national security. It's not the President and the courts, it's not the President and the Congress, it's the President alone.
But those who are opposing him are saying that they are paying more attention to the 1965 law, which says that the President or the country can't discriminate against immigrants based on race, nationality, or place of birth.
Correct. So the President can discriminate on the basis of geography if he makes a finding that people from a geographical area are more likely than not to contain people to harm us.
Which is probably what President Obama used when he did it, right?
Correct. And the President can always discriminate for a short period of time in order to put in place more stringent vetting procedures where people will be identified and examined on an individual rather than on a group basis, which is basically what President Trump said in that executive order.
So tomorrow night we're going to hear an hour of argument on this.
Yes.
And then when do you expect we'll get a decision? And does it go to the Supreme Court?
I think we'll get a decision on Wednesday, because this is a court that is required to write its decisions, and I think they know that the losing side is going to appeal to the Supreme Court. My view is the President is so much in the right, the states are so much in the wrong, they don't even have the standing to sue, meaning they can only sue if they've been harmed, and they haven't. They are claiming that people that live in those states are harmed, and it's the obligation of those alleging harm to sue. But if the Justice Department wins and the states of Washington and Minnesota appeal to the Supreme Court, I don't think the Supreme Court will hear it. But if the states win and the Justice Department appeals to the Supreme Court, I think the Supreme Court will hear it, because the Supreme Court is interested in the orderly administration of governmental function. And this is profoundly disorderly for a single federal judge to stop the President from examining people with more care as they enter the country.
All right. Judge, thank you.
You're welcome.
As we get more breaking news.